two worldviews and their implications. Many people today are confused, and this confusion makes it very difficult for them to get their needs met in the way they want. And this confusion boils down to a less than resourceful view of the world. And in this video, we'll be covering two basic views of the world and their implications. This is an old debate in philosophy, often called the is versus ought debate. The two models are simple: the way the world is versus the way we think the world ought to be, or the way we think the world should be. A common cause of emotional pain is thinking that we're going to get something and then not getting it. If we think the world should be a certain way, but it turns out the world isn't that way, we can feel angry, upset, and frustrated. But if you accept the world is a certain way, even if you don't know what way the world is, this can lead to a more mindset of discovery rather than unsatisfied expectation. Now, when we say the world, what do we mean exactly? This can only mean other people's behavior. Unless we are talking about the trees or the lakes or the location of the rivers and the rocks, when we say the world, we mean the behavior of all the people in the world. So we can say our two worldviews are the way people behave in the world versus how we think they should behave. If you have a collection of beliefs about how other people in the world should behave, you are going to be disappointed. If you are a salesperson and you think somebody should buy your product, but they don't, you're going to be frustrated and angry. If you are looking for a relationship and you have a collection of beliefs about how people should behave and they don't behave that way, you're going to be frustrated, let down, and lonely. This one small difference in how you view the world can make all the difference between a happy, successful life and an unhappy, unsuccessful life. First, let's consider somebody with a should model of the world. They have a collection of beliefs about how people in the world should behave. So they operate within the world to try to get an outcome, and they don't get that outcome. The reason they decide that they didn't get their outcome is because people out in the world are not behaving the way they should be behaving. They don't feel as if they did anything wrong. They don't look to their own behaviors as a potential cause for their lack of success. They blame their lack of success on the world not doing what the world should be doing. So they spend all their emotional energy blaming the world. They find like-minded people on social media so they can collectively point their finger at the world for not doing what the world should be doing. They even fantasize about how one day they might become powerful enough so they could force the world to do what they think the world should be doing. Because they are angry at the world for not behaving the way the world should be behaving, they have fantasies of taking revenge on the world. How they might become so powerful one day, they can punish the world for not complying with their wishes. Clearly, this is a lonely and unhappy life. What about another person with another mindset? They have a mindset that says the world just is a certain way. They might not know what way that is, but they do know that the more they interact with the world, the more they'll learn about the world. So they have an outcome. They operate within the world to try to get that outcome. They fall short, so they look to their own behaviors. They decide to try something different. That gets them more data about how the world operates. The more they operate within the world, the more data they get about how the world operates, which increases the probability that they'll be able to operate within the world to get their outcome. This gives them a strong sense of agency. They continue to get better results. They start to see patterns of success. They enjoy interacting with the world. They meet others like themselves who are trying to interact with the world in the best way possible to get their needs met. They form relationships and groups and social networks to work together to operate within the world to collectively get their needs met in better and better ways. They continue behaving this way for the rest of their lives. Their lives are happy and enjoyable. Their future dreams are filled with visions of them getting better and better and better. And based on their past successes, they have a high probability of making their dreams come true. So, dear viewer, which of these sounds more like you? Somebody who thinks the world should behave a certain way, or somebody who believes the world is a certain way, and your job is to get in there and have some fun? To learn more tools and skills to help you succeed, please visit mindpersuasion.com. Check out the links below. And because we make videos almost every day, please subscribe so you can continue to learn more. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching.